Well, it's such a nice day. You're going to see some gardening today, plus some cleaning out, and who knows what else I'm going to get up to in the next couple of days. Well, look who's happy to have Brendan home. Well, not only the dog, but that guy over there too. He's been waiting the last, what, 2 months? So good to have you home.
Thanks, good to be back. Catching up on some hoops and some school.
Yep.
Just shooting the breeze.
How fun, huh?
Yeah.
And family time, good old family time. But look at that dog. She's not leaving your side.
Oh, no, she's not.
No.
She's here to stay.
We'll be putting you to work, Brendan, if you feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know.
Yep.
I hope this works. Let's see. It's kind of crazy, the fact that those darn old dirt bags were so heavy, but I figured out a way to use it. A couple of extra steps, but it's gonna work.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a good dog.
A month away, so yeah, I'm freaking out. I gotta turn my speed.
Ooh, it's getting hot. Maybe I'm working too hard here. Don't you love my vest?
Yeah, I gotta loosen up.
Okay, so I have all these plants to plant. In here, I think I have 6 marigolds, and I'm gonna plant, what, 3 in each one of these. And then I have some for the longer ones. And then I'm gonna put them all across the back. I have some 3-footers to put back there too. So the marigolds will look pretty, but look, they're getting root bound already. So we're gonna break them up and dig a nice little hole here. And in they go.
So they're like right on the edge of being ranked. They're pretty close to...
I'm going to try and keep them up high, put lots of dirt in so we'll be able to see them. The last time I planted flowers in here, I planted them too low and they didn't come up high enough. A lot of worms in here. Hear the birds? Ooh. Yes, these were ready to be transplanted. Yep. They'll be happy to get in here. Yep. What a day. It's gorgeous. Just break up this dirt. You know, I can't get used to gloves. I don't know why. I keep wanting to wear them, but no luck. I can't get myself to do it. My big pail here. It's crazy that I have to do it this way, but... Ooh, this is gonna look pretty. Now, this is heavy, but isn't that pretty? So they're gonna go along the back wall, and I think that'll be really cute. You know, the problem with the dirt turned out to be an easy thing in the end. But when I saw the fella, when he brought up these huge, Brendan Brendan put them in my shopping cart for me, which I think is a good idea because I can wheel the dirt around the garden. There is no way I could ever have lifted up that pot. When I saw the woman bringing up these two giant potting soil bags, I didn't want to say no because I didn't want to lose my place in line at Lowe's. And I couldn't even get them out of the car. I had to put Moosey's rollator in the car the other day when we went to the cardiologist, and I had all I could do to roll it out onto the cement just to be able to get the rollator in the back of the car. Well, I just watered everything, and now I'm tired. And I don't know whether I have enough strength to be able to plant the rest of these today. So I'm going to give them a little bit of water. Now this is my eggplant. Remember I told you I grew an eggplant last year? I never showed you, but I had about a dozen of these cucumber looking things. I don't know why I never ate them. They all had a blight on them, but this is the chubby kind. The other one was a Ichiban, Japanese eggplant. Now these are blooming beautifully, and these are calendula, and I have 6 of these, and I'm going to put them in between some of these. I have another basil over here because I use up my basil like crazy, and more little marigolds. But I love these. Aren't these are marigolds too, but a pretty little color. Aren't these beautiful? I don't know what these ones are called, but I love them. What?
Brownie Girl Scouts.
Brownie Girl Scouts, my Moosey says. But they're pretty. So I think that might be enough of my working out today. Can't hope for anything better. I love my jumpsuit. I've had this one for several years. These cute little garden overalls are so fashionable, I think. And I found these on Amazon. I have several of these now. I have a jeans pair, I have a tan pair, and these are these are my favorites. They're loose and they're comfortable, and I love the color of them. Don't you? So cute. Always have to be fashionable, even in the garden, right? So I just gave some of these plants some water so they'll last until I can get around to doing some plant transplanting tomorrow. Just don't have the steam like I used to, little by little. Now, it came out this morning and there were 3 more poppies. One is leaning down over there, but in there I have a couple of different plants and I'm getting different colors as well, which is kind of nice. An orange, a red, a yellow, kind of pretty. So I've watered all my tomato plants. Look how they're growing over there. I have buds on all my tomato plants and should be eating tomatoes soon. I haven't shown you the progress of all my succulents lately. And this is one of my little fairy gardens that has grown so much in, well, just a couple of months. If you remember, we were supposed to do something with succulents at Christmas time, but we never did get around to them. And I regret that because we wanted to make a Christmas tree, remember? But with all the rain, these have really, really grown. Ooh. Can't wait till all this gets fixed up here. I think I told you my arbor arrived today, and I would imagine maybe tomorrow Micah and Brendan will hopefully maybe put it together, start working on that jasmine. I hope we can save some of it, that's for sure. So this is that beautiful jasmine arbor that we are trying to save. when we put the new arbor together and try and get it to grow up the new arbor. It's going to be a job, but Micah thinks he might be able to do it. But can you see what's happening here? This is breaking. It's crooked, and the jasmine is so heavy. Well, my little shamrock plant is coming back to life. I don't know what happened to it, but the transplant didn't do well. But it always comes back. You know, it's so funny. If you ever, I'm going to show you something. Have you ever seen how a shamrock plant grows? It has these little cones, and that's at the end of a root. And you see all these in the dirt, and then from that come, and I'm going to make a nice big hole to put it back down again. From that comes the shamrock plants. I don't know what they call that little coney looking thing, but that's what they come from. And the shamrocks have such pretty flowers, but they didn't bloom right for St. Patty's Day, but they'll come. This video was going to be part of a longer video, and I was going to do a little bit of my purging inside and then put it up Saturday or Sunday. But I decided that I might as well put this up and just make it a gardening video, because this weekend I think we're going to be seeing Bonnie and Billy, who are going to be arriving at Bridget's house sometime over the weekend. I'm not sure. And we haven't seen them in a while. They've been on a trip, and I'm so excited to see them. Not only that, but we get to go to Bridget's house, where we get to see Bridget and her hubby. Bridget's our granddaughter, and we get to see their 3 daughters as well. Now, they're a little older, so we'll be with 3 more great-granddaughters on the weekend. And I think I'll save that for another video. So this turned out to be a gardening video, a little bit of garden fashion, and just some chit-chat. Well, I just came in from outside doing some gardening, and that's enough for the day. Either it's getting too hot or I'm getting too old. I'm building up my stamina little by little. Well, it was kind of fun to dress for spring with my springy overalls. And I do have other jobs in here in the house that I'm going to be tackling. Yesterday, I was tackling a lot of makeup and creams and oils and paraphernalia, extra curlers and things that I had on those shelves in our bathroom. So I cleared those off, still working on that, but I threw out a whole bunch of old stuff that just wasn't any good, including medicines and stuff that had expiration dates. So I feel good about that. Still have to get back to the closet, but tomorrow's another day. But I'll think about that tomorrow, as Scarlett O'Hara said in Gone with the Wind. Well, the gardening video seemed a little bit short to me, and I know you all like the videos a little longer. So this morning when I woke up, I started to make Brendan's favorite dish. Whenever he's home, I make his cold pasta salad that he absolutely loves. And so I started it this morning, and then I needed to go out to get a few little dressings for the top. So I decided to add all this, and I hope you like it. Now, I'm back in my mustard sweater. You know, do you have a couple of things in your wardrobe that you just grab for many days, no matter what? This sweater is turning out to be my grabber. I just love it. It's perfect for one of those days that's not quite warm enough and it doesn't grab my neck, and I just love it. Okay, so enjoy the pasta making, and perhaps you'll make this salad too. After boiling 2 boxes of the multicolored rotini, I run it under cold water until it's nice and cold and the cooking stops. Meanwhile, I chop up a celery, maybe half a big bunch, and also a sweet white onion. And here are some of the ingredients. mayonnaise, spicy Italian dressing, lots of spices, anything you want. These are the ones that I love, and I have everything all ready now. I've even chopped up some cheese. While the pasta is cooking, I start adding some mayonnaise, tablespoons at a time, to start mixing everything in, especially the celery and the onions. And I have that all ready when the pasta is cool and ready to throw in. Two boxes of rainbow rotini. Now I'll be putting in some Italian. I have to run out to the store and get more spicy Italian that I'm going to add. Right now I've added quite a bit, as you can see down here. And I add a little bit, little by little, and mix it in with the mayonnaise and the celery and onions. And I'll keep adding more mayonnaise as I go. Use your own discretion as to how much mayonnaise you want in there. And I do like the spicy Italian. This one isn't spicy, but that's normally what I use. It gives it a little zing. Now I have to run out to the store, and I have to get the olives and the pepperoni. Oh, God. For the cheese, I do use mostly those wrapped sticks. And this time I got a Colby and Monterey Jack, but anywhere from the strong cheddar, these individual sticks are wrapped. And if you can figure out how to get that cellophane off each one, then you chop them up into little cubes. Be generous with your spices. You know, you have to keep tasting it, and if it's bland, you want to just keep adding whatever you like in there, and don't forget the salt. That helps too. So I'm off to the store now to pick up the olives, the spicy Italian, which will give this a nice taste too. Don't forget to add extra mayonnaise if you don't like the consistency. Well, I just arrived home from my shopping to get my pepperoni and my olives and some more spicy Italian for Brendan's pasta. Now, I hope you noticed I used 2 full boxes. The reason for that is that it is one of my food vices, and I will reserve a nice pot for me and probably eat most of it myself, morning, noon, and night, either today or tomorrow. But we're having it tonight with our supper with Moosey. So I picked up a whole bunch of other things. I was watching Mary's Nest. And if any of you are foodies and haven't found Mary's Nest, do go on there. She calls herself the modern pioneer of food, and she does some recipes at home that you would die for. And recently, I watched one where she made her own French onion soup. And as you know, it's one of Moosey's and my favorites. And I am following her recipe, and I picked up a nice big loaf of French bread. Now, she uses the baguettes, a couple of baguettes, where she puts her cheese on top, too. So watch Mary's Nest. She is a delightful, lovely woman also. I know a lot of you are waiting for my Filipino pancit cooking, and I will get to that, hopefully within a week. While I was out, I went to the bank today too. And while I was waiting in the bank, I had a call from our granddaughter, Bridget. And Bridget is one of Billy's children. And Billy and Bonnie are due home from their traveling on Monday. And we will probably go over there and see them that day and see the other kids also. However, while I was in the bank, Bridget called, and she wants us to come over tomorrow about 2 or 3 o'clock. She's having a birthday party for Bevan. Now, I think you've met Bevan. She's absolutely lovely. All 3 kids are great, and it's her birthday tomorrow. And we've been invited over. A lot of the family is going to be there, so it will be a fun day. So I did get a little present, a monetary present for Bevan's birthday. She's a freshman in high school and just darling. So I am going to unload the car now and finish up making that Brendan's pasta. Now, I did do a little snippet of how to make it again, a real quickie. And I know I've shown that several times before, but for those of you who have recently joined us, I think you will love this pasta. First of all, I can't trust myself to make it too often because I know I'll wind up eating too much of it. Whenever our grandson Brendan is home, it's absolutely one of his favorites, and I always make it for him when he comes home. So, I gotta get out and unload all this food and put it away now and finish making that pasta. Well, I'm back from the store, picked up the pepperoni, and I'll buy any kind of pepperoni because I usually slice it. This one is rounds. Always get the pitted black olives, and I put more zesty Italian into it. So I might add a little more olive oil, but I've tested it and it's tasting good. Here it is with the sliced pepperoni, the cut olives, and the Monterey Jack, the Colby Jack with the cheese. And this is before I mix it in. Might add a little more. It is so much better tasting after I put that zesty Italian in. Thanks so much for watching. It's so fun to be out in the garden for a change, and I hope that you are, wherever you live, that you are enjoying beautiful weather too. Bye for now. Love you all, and God bless us all.